What's up? What's up?
What's up? It's your boy again, Jordan Larkin from Lacing Up Boxing. We know earlier today we seen on Instagram as Tank Davis and Adrien Broner was trading words. I hit up the OG admin Julius Henderson again. Julius, what do you think about that? What do you think? They just clowning. Tank that they was trying to get some followers for a big fight later on this year. They trying to stay relevant. Where you seeing that?
Man, all that shit. When I first seen it, I was confused because Broner put Tank Davis on. You feel me?
True.
From all the stories that we've heard and shit, Tank is where he's at because of Broner. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Um,
Took him under his wing.
so yeah, so that shit confused me. So first I'm thinking publicity stunt, but then as this shit keep going on so hard, it might be real, and it might just be I don't know what it is, man. I really don't know what it could be streaming from. You know what I mean? There are always two sides to a story. I'd like to hear why Tank is calling him out, but I also just feel like Tank is trying to get some buzz because I feel like he got a little embarrassed by the way Kevin Farmer called him out
True.
at the Lomachenko fight on Saturday. So I feel like he's trying to get some buzz because I don't see Adrien Broner fights at 140 slash 147 his last few fights. I don't see why Tank is calling out a man 3 weight classes above him. You know what I mean? So it might just be some buzz. TMT fighters, they need a little bit of buzz right now. That's my main guess. One of the biggest things that confuses me with all this drama going on is Tank talking all this shit, man. He calling out, he talked all that shit about Kevin Farmer, and now he's talking shit about Adrien Broner. But man, he was just at the Lomachenko fight on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
The only person he didn't call out is Lomachenko, and
Lomachenko.
Lomachenko.
That was kind of weird too, cause cause he
Exactly.
focusing on calling out bigger fighters where where 130 got a whole lot of talent as well. You got Salido, Beltran, Vargas. You got Lomachenko. You can even add in Cherry again. You can add in my boy Javier Fortuna, which I'm gonna have him on the phone as well one of these days, so he can share his opinions. Of course, it'll be in Spanish, but I can translate it for y'all. But yeah, man. So that's what was kind of weird as well, cause you got so much talent at 130. Like why are you not focusing at unifying in your own weight division or be someday being an undisputed champion? Why are you focusing on bigger fighters who that won't be able to fight you? But one thing that AB said was, in his video was he put Robert Easter Jr. name in there. I mean, AB was basically saying, look, man, you little to me, not trying to pick on or nothing, talking about size, but like A AB has been there. He's done that, Now he ain't earned all his
Mhm.
stripes like he should be a legend or something like that. Not now, but but AB has went up in weight classes. He has
Yeah.
won world championships before, So you just can't call a top dog out like that, and only fighting one world champion. But one dude that he did put was Robert Easter Jr. He's an undefeated world champion too. Yeah, E Bunny, that guy. Yeah, so
Yeah.
and I think that'll be a good fight, But I think the size advantage should be way too much.
Oh yeah, I think that also, I like how Broner did that. He reminded Tank, I got a 135 for that ass, so
Mm-hmm.
that's a good fight too. If Tank is really trying to step up in competition to fight these world champions, these top guys, stop trying to fuck going up to 140, 147. You got a guy 5 pounds ahead of you, 135, Robert Easter Jr. That's a good fight. And Lomachenko, I don't get it. People talking about, see now Tank just burned all his little fanboys. Like what they've been saying. They say, oh, he can't fight Loma because Loma's too experienced. Let Tank get some more fight. But y'all saying that he can go up in 3 weight classes and fight Adrien Broner, a 4-time 4-weight division world champion. See, that's y'all being backwards now. Now I get it. Skill for skill. Lomachenko's obviously more skilled than Broner, but when it comes to skills and size and power and accolades in the professional boxing, Broner's up there. So why can Tank fight a 147 fighter You know what I mean? He bounced before 140, 147, 144, whatever he does, whatever he be doing at the time. With a four-time, four-weight division world champion, why can Tank fight him? But as soon as Lomachenko's brought up, he's not ready for Loma. You got to think
Exactly.
about that. Lomachenko is at 130. Lomachenko's in your weight class, and he's another champion. And Lomachenko called you out on Instagram. He called out all champions at 130. He said all you champions are scared of him.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Tank not saying anything to Lomachenko?
Exactly, and that's what I ain't get earlier as well too. But like I said, it may be because of the publicity stunt because Davis felt like he felt disrespected. But again, I feel like Davis, he's focusing on bigger fighters, but he got a fight in May 20th in England versus the undefeated Leon Walsh. And I was looking at some videos of Walsh today. He he's not that fast, but one thing that I saw that give Tank trouble is fighters with range and fighters who actually use the jab to out jab him. Now, we seen in his last fight, even though he knocked the dude out, he had trouble for about, I'll say, half of that fight just from slipping under the guy jab, And Leon Walsh, he's a very tall dude, and he'll be able to use that jab on him. Now, I feel like he should be focusing on his fight now because Leon Walsh probably focusing on training instead of trying to call the fighters out. All I'm saying is this, like Tevin was telling him, and he was telling Tevin Farmer, you get through your appointment, I get through mine, then we can worry about making a fight happen. Not, forget who I'm fighting next because I know I'm gonna beat him, even though anything can happen in boxing, and then we can fight. Because you can't overlook no opponent, and especially that the fact that he's fighting in England, it may go to decision. And who's to say that Leon Walsh may give him his first L? And who's to say that if he does, where does Tank Davis go from here? Will he be recognized as a hype job? Or where do he go from here? People will probably say, "Oh, he talking about fighting Broner, but he just lost to unknown Leon Walsh." And so he got to stay focused, stay motivated on his next fight, and don't let stuff get to him and stop being so emotional about fights that's not even gonna happen next.
Exactly, bro. I don't know what it is. I would like to see Tank Davis go out there in the UK, win his fight, and then try to unify, try to fight Lomachenko. If I would give Tank so much more respect if he said, "Yeah, I want to fight Broner, but I also want to fight Lomachenko," because now it's looking like you're willing to run up a weight class to fight somebody way bigger than you, but you won't fight the man that's in your weight class who just fought on Saturday.
But we was talking about Lomachenko, who really wants to fight Lomachenko at 130, so let's not many people willing to fight him. Now I believe
I agree.
I do believe that a fight with Vasily Lomachenko and Beltran would be a good fight. Salido too. I think Salido isn't scared, but what people don't think is this though. Salido has never been known as the star fighter. When he fought Mikey Garcia, he was the underdog. When he fought Wama, he was the underdog. And what Salido wants is, I don't think he's scared of Lomachenko. He's a Mexican warrior. He's not scared of nobody. He just told Bob Ram straight up, like, you gotta show me the money, because so Salido has been in so many big fights, and I give Salido about 2 to 3 more years before he's retired, and I believe that he wants that big payday. And if you ask me, man, give that man what he's worth, man. He put on so many good cards for top rank, fought so many good contenders. Why not let him lead the sport of boxing with $1 million paycheck? And I do believe that if that fight happens, Salido will be the ace out of the fight, of course, just because he beat him. It may happen in a big state like Texas or Mexico or near the border, where he'll have an advantage where it comes to fans. And just speaking on that fight, people saying Salido scared. No Mexican warriors is not scared, to fight, and especially to throw down and get paid. But what Salido has done in the sport of boxing, he has what near over 50 fights. Why not let that man leave the sport and get paid? So that's what I see, and I think that fight would happen, but Lomachenko, I don't think he's worrying about that because I've heard that his next fight is supposed to be at 135 against Terry Flanagan. Now this is where stuff may get very interesting. Felix Verdejo was supposed to fight the winner of Terry Flanagan last fight. We know Felix Verdejo has a date on June 10th. More than likely, he was supposed to fight Terry Flanagan. We don't know who he may fight now. Now, we may very well see Verdejo versus Lomachenko, too. Everybody knows I'm a big fan of Felix Verdejo, and I go hard for Verdejo. But that'd be a bad fight for him. I think he needs some more experience before fighting somebody like Lomachenko. But what makes it interesting is Lomachenko said that Verdejo was his hardest fight. He said out of 300 and almost 400 pro fights, even the one fight that he lost to only advance that fight, he said Verdejo gave him the hardest fight. So I feel like that'll get a lot of buzz in it, especially with. Now I feel like that fight can very well happen because both fighters are signed with Top Rank. We may very well see that fight, but it all depends on how bad Verdejo people want it. Now, Verdejo obviously gonna have to need a lot of more experience for fighting Vasily Lomachenko, but I don't think it's gonna be no walk in the park because Verdejo is known to blow up to 150 on fight night, and he's known as a very, very big lightweight, So I believe that fight could happen, but I don't see Verdejo fighting him right away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, when we go to that topic, yeah. There's some interesting fights for Lomachenko. But I want to see, because, we're talking about Tank Davis. I want to see Tank fight these guys, too.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? Stop. Don't call out Broner when you got guys in your own weight class that got more buzz than you. Lomachenko got the buzz. Right now, at 130, Lomachenko is the man to beat, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Gervonta Davis say, fuck it, I'll fight Lomachenko next, he's going to get so much respect from the world because everybody's doubting him to lose. But instead of that, instead of even mentioning Loma's name, he's staying quiet. So, I think that he should stop worrying about Broner, stop worrying about, Tevin Farmer, worry about fighting Welsh, go do your thing out there. Hopefully he pulls off the W, come back, and then I would love to fight with Gervonta Tank Davis versus Tevin Farmer. Or I would love to see Tank call out Lomachenko because at 130, you want to be the king at 130. You want to be the man. You want everybody to know you as the best at that weight class. Right now, nobody's looking at you as the best. So everybody's giving all the attention and hype to Lomachenko. So as a fighter with pride, you should say, you know what, let me go take this man's buzz. So I would like to see him fight Lomachenko. You know what I mean? So it's all some interesting fights that I want to see. The whole Broner versus Tank Davis shit. We'll see how that plays out.
The second one would be Tank versus Robert Easter Jr. Last earlier, Broner said, "Hey, I got me a 135 champion as well, And AB and Floyd, they about business promotion and TMC, they have fought on the same card under the same card several times, and plus both of them is associated with Al Heyman, So that's a fight that could easily be made, in my opinion.
I
would be a good one. But
I think Robert Easter Jr. might be too much for Tank though, but very interesting fight.
Very, very interesting. But Tank Davis, what many people do forget is he's only 22 years old, So he may not be wanting to chase a fight with a big fighter right now. He may want to be talking just to get the buzz around his name. Now, a fight with Tevin Farmer may happen next year or this year. It all depends because Tevin Farmer is signed with Lou, So that fight could happen. But many people forget is Tank is not no 27, 28-year-old dude. He's only 22 years old. So he may not want the Lomachenko fight right now. He may just want to build his record up around beating Tevin Farmer, beating a couple Liam Walsh not saying Leon Walsh is a bum, but he's entirely overlooked. He may not want to actually have this big opportunity fight until he get older. Now, of course, he's looking for big money fights. Of course, I'm fighting Robert Easter Jr. I wouldn't say that'd be big money fight, but it would be a a very big payday, a bigger payday that he made in his last fight. So I don't think that Floyd wants to rush him to fight Lomachenko just yet, and he knows it himself. I think he want to add a couple more years on his boxing career. Then he make a see if he wants to move up, fight a Lomachenko or possibly another good opponent, possibly a Vandejo.
Yeah, 100%.
100, 100. All right. Thank you for tuning in. We almost got 16 minutes on the phone. Again, it's Jordan Larkin.